I'm doing it at the moment, but let me get my board roll. And my negative doll literally just fucking fell out at random.
Hey guys, it's me Desi, and you are in the place to be if you love all things magical, mystical, and mysterious. But if you are brand new, make sure you hit that subscribe button and the bell notification so you are notified every single time that I post. Today's video topic is one that has been very sought after, and myself have wanted to do this video for a very, very long time, and that is how to properly use a Ouija board and interview with a demonologist. I managed to get an interview with a demonologist, and who else better to know the good, the bad, and the ugly when it comes to Ouija and demons and possibly being taken over by one. Is it possibly true? Yes? No? I guess we'll find out. I am actually running a contest. If you subscribe and turn your bell notifications on and send me a screenshot of your notifications being turned on to my Instagram handle right here, then you are entered to win a free tarot reading from me, or your choice to be the tarot reading, or you could have a custom bound sage bundle that I make. And those items are very popular on my shop, so it is really exciting for me to be able to extend that to you guys. So if you guys want to win a free tarot reading or possibly take home some fun sage goodies, definitely subscribe and hit the notification bell and send me that proof that you subscribed and turn your notifications on to my inbox on Instagram, and you'll be automatically entered. Now, Corey is from Northeast Ohio, and I stumbled across his Instagram account while I was kind of looking through Third Eye Paranormal's account. I really love their account, and it looked like they had done a collab at some point, and somehow we decided to connect. And as you guys may know, I've been having a lot of trouble in the past with some type of spiritual activity in my home, and I actually had Corey do a banishment for me, and it turned out amazing. So if you don't know, he actually does services like banishments and spell oils and sage bundles and all that kind of thing. So definitely check out his information. I'll have it somewhere in this video, and I'm so excited to have him on here because there's so many different questions and different misconceptions about the Ouija board that I would love to debunk. But before we get into that, let's check out what we did last week right here. Let's roll the clips and get into meditative state. I myself use my cauldron, and I just fill it up with water and go outside under the moon and scry under the moon, and I've had a lot of success. Last week I did a video all about different divination techniques and tools that you can use to incorporate into your practice, whether you're practicing witch or not. If you're looking for answers from the divine, these are some ways that you can add them into your practice. So as some of you may know, I was having a little bit of trouble with some spiritual activity going on in my home. I had recently moved in with my girlfriend into her condo, and even before all that had happened, there were some things that are happening, some occurrences, and I would love to make a video on that, and maybe have Corey back on and have him talk to us about what that possibly could have been. If you guys have not seen it, definitely check out Michael Scott's video up here at Glowing Ghost Paranormal. He actually asked some of his followers to submit some video submissions to the subject of shadow people, and I was one of the ones that was able to be featured on one of his videos all about shadow people and my experiences. Now that's just one of the very small things that have happened in this place that are by far not even the scariest, and I would love to do an entire video with the culmination of what everything has happened in the video, and then maybe kind of debunk some stuff and maybe talk to Corey about maybe what he thinks was here. I never thought that I would actually reach out to a demonologist and have him have a demon that he works with come and help me, but I did, and it's probably the best thing that I've done for myself and for my little family here. So if you guys are having any type of spiritual issues at all, definitely make sure you reach out to Corey. So my first question to you, Corey, is how long have you been practicing demonology? And maybe just give us a little bit about yourself so we can kind of get to know you.
My name is Corey, and I've been a demonologist for 10 years. I am now 26 years old. I live in Northeast Ohio. I work with demons, I work with the darker side, and I work with negative entities. I am now 26. I work more, like I said, with the darker side. Light, I try to balance it out so it's equal and not just full-on darker aspects. I do tarot, energy work, banishments, oracles, pendulums, Ouija boards. I work with more demons and get their side of things, which they've helped my life out a lot. A Ouija board is just like every other divination out there. Your subconscious, all these bad things that happen with Ouija boards, all these subconscious negative thoughts, like, for example, something's going to attack me, something bad's going to come through, something negative, a demon's going to come through. That's why bad things do happen, because they're putting all that negative thoughts out into the world, out into the astral plane. So things do happen. That's why people do get attacked. People do have things come through they don't want to come through. And that's why things like tarot, pendulum, oracle, candle scrying, aka fire scrying, water scrying, regular scrying, crystal ball scrying, so on and so forth. That's why bad things don't happen in that type of field, in that type of work I met. Because it's only positive vibes in there. They're not setting those negative vibes out with that. So nothing bad happens by 98%. So Ouija board can be dangerous. Yes, it can be dangerous, but you need to do a lot of research, especially if you're a beginner. Do a lot of research, go to websites, read books about it, and go from there. If you're a beginner, just don't hop into it. That's one thing you do not want to do. Don't hop into it without no knowledge. Don't know how to work it. Especially if you're a beginner, don't play by yourself. You're begging to get something negative coming through. It's that simple. You're begging for it to come through. So that's my point of view of it. Just have your knowledge before you go in. Always cleanse your board, cleanse your space before and especially after. Always close that communication when you're done. Don't just ask your last question, they give you an answer, and just take your hands off of it. No. When you're done, when your hands are already on the planchette, which is that, there it is. Which is this. Which is a planchette. When your hands is on that, always have your hands stay on it and go to goodbye and say goodbye and move the planchette off the board. That's how you close it. Always say goodbye when you're done with the session. Don't just take your hands off and say, okay, this is it, this is done. Don't do that. That portal's still open, so anything can and will come through.
When was your first experience using the Ouija board, and could you tell us about your experience?
My first experience with the Ouija board. Nothing bad happened. It was just the regular positive spirits around me. My spirit guides were around me. Ancestors never came through. I never People always say work with ancestors before you do anything else. I've never done that. I already know they're around me. They respect me. I give them offerings, so on and so forth. But my first experience with the Ouija board, like I said, nothing really bad happened. Besides some knocks here, bangs there in the other rooms. That's pretty much about it on that aspect. Like I said, just research, and research. Don't bring that negativity. Don't put that out there, or something bad will happen.
What do you feel are the most common misconceptions about Ouija that are just entirely untrue?
The most misconception about the Ouija board is they're not these evil divination tools. They are just like every other thing out there. Like I said, the fire scrying, tarot, oracle, pendulum, so on and so forth. They're all the same thing. So it's bring those negative vibes out. They can be used for positive. So I will say this of how to, before you even start, cleanse your area with, don't use white sage. Don't. You can use dragon's blood, you can use copal, you can use myra, you can use any type of other sage except white sage. White sage is it's sacred in Native America. It's sacred there. Just cleanse your space, cleanse yourself, have a clear, positive mindset. Like I told other people, you can even put salt around the board if you want, and put salt around you as well in a circle, just for that extra protection, just in case if something does come through, even if you are thinking positive, which is rare unless you're actually trying to speak to a negative entity. So that's pretty much, oh no, never mind, that's not all of it. Zozo. I said it all over my Instagram in my last interview I did. Zozo. He was made up from Mexican folklore because of all that negative Mexico. I wouldn't say all Mexicans, but Mexico. They are very, very superstitious. So way back when, probably 1800s, 1700s, maybe even before then, I don't even know. Not even that late, when the first Ouija board popped up, is when Zozo came to be. All the superstitions, all the negative thoughts put out into the astral plane, into the astral world. And they always kept saying, this demon, Zozo, if you use it, he's going to come through, he's going to possess you, he's going to attack you, he's going to make you kill yourself, he's going to possess you, so on and so forth. And the spirit came through and just said, I'm going to take over Zozo now. So that spirit took over that name. So all those orders that the Mexican folklore put out there, those orders is what that spirit took on to live, to feed off of fear. And that's how Zozo became. That's the only thing you pretty much gotta worry about is Zozo coming through. But if you know how to banish, like a banishing ritual, or even the lesser banishment ritual of the pentagram, if you know how to banish the right way, you can actually summon him up. But he will come into your space, and he will throw things around, he'll move things, he'll knock and bang, just to get that energy, that fear, that anxiety off of you, to get that energy to live. So if you know how to do the banishment, you're all good. So I would learn how to banish, just in case if something does come through, like Zozo.
What is your advice for those who want to try Ouija for the very first time?
My advice for people that do want to try Ouija boards, which I'm pretty sure I've said it earlier, but if people want to try the Ouija boards, go in with a clear, positive mindset. Protect yourself. If you don't know how to protect yourself, here is a very, very simple protection method. Go into a positive mind frame. Close your eyes. Meditate for 5 or 10 minutes. Envision this white and gold light coming down from the sky, going into your crown chakra right in the middle of your head, going down into your root chakra, your feet. And once it hits your feet, it'll come around and bubble you in this white and gold light. Hold that white and gold light for about 5 minutes. Let it get stronger. Inhale that white and gold light into your body. Exhale, and just keep repeating that until you feel good, until you feel you are protected enough. If you don't, after that, if you don't think it's enough, surround yourself. And I prefer sea salt or black salt. Surround your body in a circle with don't let even the tiniest crack in it. Make sure there's no gaps in the salt. And you can also even use dragon's blood, copal incense, sage, just as a extra cleanse around you in your body. Just start from your head up and just work your way down until you get to your feet. Going down, don't put it up. Just going down to wipe all that out of you. Any negative energy surrounding you, any negative thoughts surrounding you. Just do it. And research. I will say it over and over and over again. Do your research. People that always has these negative outcomes with the Ouija board is because they never knew how to use it properly. They don't know the basics, which it should be obvious of the basics. But some people don't. They don't do the research. They don't look into it fully. They just think it's a game and just put your hands on it, spin it in a circle, and just ask questions. You can't do that. You have to protect yourself. Cleanse the board even before and cleanse it after. So that's pretty much my advice for that. I can go on, but the way I do things, I like to go full-blown protection rituals. But that's too complicated for people that don't study or don't practice in this field. So I gave the most simplest way to protect yourself.
Could you explain the differences between negatives and demons?
The difference between a negative and demon. There's a lot of differences, which I put that in my book, Black Bible, which releases, well, when this is released next week, it'll be a week before this is released. But the difference between a negative and a demon, I'm going to start with negatives first. It's way easier to explain because that'll debunk all of what people think about demons. Negative entities. If they were horrible in real life, like murder, child abusers, if they were even bullied or mentally and physically abused, if they just had a horrible life, all that anger they had from the bullying, the physical and mental abuse, just murderers, pedophiles, women abusers, always ignorant, all that anger, all that sadness, when they die, their spirit stays on this earth. They stay on this planet. So when they're in spirit form, they act out. They want to just hurt people. They want to attack people. They want to bully people still. And they don't care. No matter what you do, they do not care. That's like all the negative objects around me on this table and in the glass case. I have it all protected so they can't leave this area, because I ain't want my kids hurt. If it wasn't for my kids, I wouldn't even protect it there. I just let her roam free. But it's all protected. They don't care. They just want to do harm. They want to cause harm for no reason. No matter how much you do for them or try to help them, they will act as a demon. That's like the media, Hollywood, churches, any type of religions, or even these ex-black magicians. It's all misconceptions, just like the Ouija board. They just want to harm people. They want to, like I said, attack. They want to possess. They want to scratch. Scratching. 3 marks, aka Mark of Trinity. And demons, they won't say they are a demon. If you ask demons politely to say who they are, they'll give their names up. The 90% that is good demons. There is bad demons, and that's that 10%. The demons that will cause harm for no reason, that will possess for no reason, just like negatives. But those 10% of demons, they are pretty much, they don't come up much at all unless somebody actually conjures that 10% up. Then there will be a problem. That's when a full-blown demon exorcism, you want to say, from the church, exorcism, comes to play. That's like when people do get exorcisms, which is very rare now. Very rare. Come into play. Every time somebody's possessed, people automatically go, oh, it's a demon. No, it ain't. It's negative. Demon energy is so much different than negative. I've ran into negative entities before. Entities before. And it's to the point where you can't even breathe. Your chest hurts. You can't think. You can barely move if it's that bad. They mess with your mind, especially if you have disabilities. They will feed off of that. They will control you, like, majorly. Even if they're not possessing you, they can still control you. They will give you all that negative emotions, negative thoughts. Negative will make you and your loved one, if you're with somebody, argue and fight to the point where you are mentally and physically drained, which I've been through. It made me and my ex-fiance break up because of that. Because it wasn't even messing with her. It was messing with me and my kids. Demons, like I said, they will tell you who they are if you ask politely. Demons only want to work with you and help you. They want to get their knowledge of thousands and millions of years ago out there into the world. That's why how can I put it? I'm still having some troubles here and there because of my situation that people don't know about. Because I'm not going to put my whole life on social media. But I've been in a big, better mood ever since I've been working with demons. I've had downfalls, yes. But demons will let you have a downfall to prove yourself. Are you really up for the task? Do you really want help? You push yourself. They see you're trying to better yourself. They'll definitely push you up instantly as soon as they see you're trying. They don't want to, let's say you conjured up something. Take Lucifer, for example, or even Lilith, Boone, Asmodeus, Belial, Azazel. Let's say you conjured one of them up. You ask for something after you get a good relationship with them. They're not going to let you just do it and then sit on your ass until it comes to you. They don't work like that. They want you to get up and help that process. They want to see you work to get what you want. And then when they actually see you're trying and getting up and doing it, that's when it'll fucking skyrocket. And then the next day, nothing. The day before, nothing. Couple days, you go from nothing to something. You'll feel that energy shift in you. But yeah, that's pretty much all I could say on that topic for now.
I've seen a lot of paranormal investigators and others who do use Ouija exclaiming that they want to only speak to the light. I've seen this a lot in investigations, even using just spirit boxes and such, where they just want to speak to positive entities. Is that something that you actually can do, or do spirits just kind of do whatever they want?
Okay, so when paranormal investigators or even random people in a session for Ouija say they only want to speak to the positive spirits, the light side, yes, that is true. I even do it when I use mine. It is true because you're putting that you only want to speak to positive. You want to speak to the lighter side. You don't want nothing negative coming through. So yes, that is very true. Because if you don't say who you want to speak to, in my experience, you say you don't want to speak to negative entities. You can say, in this session, I only want to speak to spirits of the light, or I only want to speak to positive spirits or positive entities. They are only allowed to come through while you keep moving it in a circle, the planchette, and go from there wherever the board takes you after that. Well, wherever the spirits want to take you after that. But still, always protect yourself. And right before the session begins, always charge up the board to get it ready. Always have both your hands not too tight but not too loose where your fingers will fall off, or where you're actually like forcing the planchette down on the board where it won't move. Don't do that. Just do it lightly. Always, right before you do it, always state the rules beforehand. For example, move it around. I am protected. I only want to speak to the positive side. I'm not doing it at the moment, but let me get my board roll. And my negative doll literally just fucking fell out at random. Anyway, let me grab my board real quick and I'll do it in an easier way. Okay, so the light might go down a little bit, but here's my board. Where's my planchette? Put this on the board. Okay, so this would be easier to do it this way. I already protected myself, I'm good. Put your hands on it. Do it in circles. Just charge it up. Just keep doing it until you feel like an electric pull. That's how I do it. This is just how I do it. until you feel that it's like electrifying. You can feel it in your body. And just focus. Clear your mind. And just keep doing it. Then once you feel ready, just speak. This session is only for positive spirits. Nothing negative is allowed to come through. If you come through, the session will be closed and you will be banished from this board and from my space. Goodbye. That's how I do it. Very simple, very quick. Protect yourself. Put salt around if you want to. Cleanse your space, cleanse yourself. Which I've said more times than I expected to. But, yes. Again, you can say, I want to speak to the spirits of the light or positive spirits only.
Have you ever lost a large amount of time when you were playing the Ouija board?
Yes, I have. Quite a bit. It's very easy because you're just so focused. And when you're focused, especially if a spirit does come through and talk to you, you can lose. You think it's 5 minutes, and then next thing you know, an hour has passed. It's weird, but I'm pretty sure what causes that situation is focus, devotion into it. Your energy is going through the planchette into the board. The spirit's energy is coming, I would say, either if the spirits you're talking to is around you, it's going into the board and then coming back out the board. So you have so much energy going in and going out of the board and surrounding you. And then once all that energy hits, it's like you're dazed in a way. You're just dazed. It's like you slept for a couple hours when it's only been 5-10 minute nap. Just all the energy it goes into you. It will, like, I would say all the energy that you're putting in and the spirits are putting in and out, it enters you, and it does take some time for a spirit to spell out a full-on word with it, especially if it's a longer word. And yeah, the planchette, the spirit can move the planchette fast if it wants to. It can go from, it could say, I'm using it as an example, just like I've seen in a whole bunch of other videos. I really don't want to use the word, but it could spell out, if it wants to, it could spell out death in 2 seconds if it wanted to. If it has a lot of energy and will want to, I would say, speak really fast to get the session done, or just to scare you. Or it can just go slow, and one word can take maybe a minute or so to spell out. So it all depends on that situation, honestly. But all the energy, it just consumes you, and you're just so focused. I can't tell if that was my hand in the back, because it was like right here. It was like right here I seen a hand, and my hand was like right here. I don't know. Des, if you've seen that, or if people in the comments seen that, comment down below. I might have been seeing something. It might have been my own hand. I don't know. Beats me. Anyway. But yeah, it's pretty much just all the energy coming into you. Coming in and out the board. All the energy hits you. It's dazed and confused. I wouldn't even say confused. Just dazed. so devoted into it. You're so focused.
Have you or anyone that you've known been possessed after using or during using the spirit board?
Have my people I know or myself being possessed by the board? No. I've never had it happen, and I don't know people that had it happen to. But I've seen stories about it, yes. Is it true? Most likely it is. But it's not by demons. That's what I can tell you. It's not by demons. Negative entities. That is portraying to be a demon. For sure, yes. They will possess you. Zozo. If you don't know how to banish, you have, especially if you have mental disabilities, you're not protected. Your space ain't protected. Space or yourself hasn't been cleansed. Yeah, that demon. Would I even call him a demon? I won't call him a demon. But some people will, some people won't. We all have different views on that. But I won't call him a demon. To me, he's an extremely negative entity. Yeah, he will possess you. From the examples I gave before of you're not protected, so on and so forth. I've known people that had things thrown around and they've been tortured for a couple days or weeks until they had their house cleansed by most likely a priest, Catholic priest, to perform that, and then exorcise the house, aka exorcism, and do an exorcism on the said person just in case. They'll take the board, cleanse it, and dispose of it. Again, Des, thank you for having me on. I appreciate it big time. People like it, I'll come on again, and I'll talk about something different, especially something different. I have a few ideas I'm not going to get into right now. If people want me to see me back on TikTok, at spiritualist demonologist. My Instagram, at spiritualist_demonologist. I do offer services for banishment. Des is one of them. I did a service for her for banishment. And the next morning, everything was perfect. But I did do service for Des. I do rituals, I do tarot readings, oracle readings, pendulum readings, I do bundles, I make oils up. I even do custom orders for people. It all ranges anywhere from, I run deals sometimes, so it ranges between $15 up to $100 plus. It all depends on what you want done, how complicated it is, so on and so forth. But yeah, again, thank you, Des. I appreciate it, and talk to y'all later.
Thank you so much, Corey, for coming onto my channel and answering some of these questions. And I hope to have you back again, maybe on a different topic, or maybe even reviewing the entity that may have been in my home. And I look forward to many more videos in the future, I hope. If you guys enjoyed this, definitely make sure you subscribe to my YouTube channel. Turn on the notification bell. Also, make sure you guys subscribe to Corey's YouTube channel and all of his social medias I'll have in the description box below, as well as throughout this video. And make sure you go check him out. And if you need any guidance at all, give him a DM and see what he can do for you guys. And that's the video, guys, and I will see you guys in the next one. Stay witchy, stay spooky, and we'll see you next time.